All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another round of coffee and questions. And what are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about cutoff wheels, specifically the ones that you can get out at Harbor Freight, the Warrior, the Bauer, and the Hercules. Which ones are better? And I'm going to change the picture here in a second. I'm going to show you all three, and we'll go through some pros and cons, and I'll tell you what I think, because I do have all three. I've used all three, and I'll give you my opinion. So let's start with the slides. Okay, so let's start off with the Warrior brand 4.5 inch 40 grit cutoff wheels. Okay, so what do I think of these? I think they're very adequate. Now, I buy these and I buy them frequently, especially where they're on sale. Now, you get $6, you get 10 of these. Now, I've used these for a couple of years or more now. I don't have a problem with them as long as you take a few precautions. I mean, so one, of course, is eye protection. The other is leave the guard on your 4.5 inch angle grinder and don't over tighten these. See where that metal ring is? I mean, you can snug these into a 4.5 inch angle grinder by hand and you'll be able to use them fine. So don't over tighten them. If you do, you run the risk of cracking the wheel. This is where a lot of people seem to have, an issue or a problem with them. Now, I think that they're great for my in-home handyman DIY kind of use, and they hold up enough for me. The biggest complaint is that they go through them too fast. I mean, they just don't hold up, and you can really move through a lot of these depending on what you're trying to cut and do. Now, I don't use these as a grinding wheel. Somebody made the comment they don't hold up well for that. Well, they're not really meant for that. They're meant for cutoff. So, I mean, the thing is, if you use them correctly, I think that you're going to get more than your money's worth out of these. Now, let's talk about Hercules, Bauer, and we'll come back to this. Okay, now these are the Bauer 4.5 inch 40 grit cutoffs. Now, somebody made the remark, a couple of them in the comments, how much superior these are over the Warrior. I don't think that. I think that they're very comparable, to the Warrior. So whether you buy these or the Warrior, you're not going to get that much more longevity out of the Bauer. I don't think that they hold up any better than the Warriors. So for the price, I keep picking up the Warriors. I do have the Bauer. I wanted to try them. I wanted to see if I got more use out of them over, the Warrior. And I really haven't noticed that I have. I don't have a shop. It's just all DIY stuff, of course. But the Warriors are good enough for me, and so I keep buying those. Now, what about the Hercules? Let's switch over. Let's take a quick look at the Hercules. Okay, so these are the Hercules 4.5 inch 40 grit cutoff wheels, $10.99. So you get them around $8.70, I think, with that coupon applied. And we were looking at the Warriors for around $6. For a couple of dollars more, are these worth buying? Yeah, I think that they are. I think that they do hold up a little bit longer. I can't tell you to what degree, but these do seem to be more durable and last longer. So, depending on the price when I go out there, I would consider strongly, buying these. But again, there's nothing wrong with those Warrior brand ones either if they happen to be cheaper or on sale like, they currently are. But for $2 more or something like that, I would definitely go with the Hercules. So how would I rank these depending on price? Hercules first, and then the Warrior and the Bauer, I'd put like on the same level, really. So I wouldn't buy necessarily the Bauer over the Warrior. I think that they're the same. I really do. They seem to hold up the same. And the Hercules, yeah, it does last longer. Now, these are my opinions on these things. Now, other people, depending on their use, can tell you differently. The one thing I will tell you is, just as a safety precaution, don't start putting a lot of pressure down on downward force on these. People break these, bend them, they snap, they fly off because a lot of times they misuse them. Let the cutting wheel do its work. It might be a little slower than you want it to be, but it's a safer way to cut, and just take your time. And the Hercules works great. Warrior works just as well. For me, in the DIY kind of a thing, if you're running a shop and you're using these a lot, you might want to go ahead and pick up the Hercules if we're looking at, here are the three brands and you have to choose one. So those are my thoughts on these products. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll drop a couple of links below. There's a couple of other ones I have bought off Amazon that do last longer than all of these, but you're going to pay a little bit more money for them. Sometimes it's out of convenience because I have a Harbor Freight that's fairly close. I want the cutoff wheels because I only got one or two left, and I will go out and pick up a pack of the Warriors, or depending on the price, I might pick up these Hercules ones. The Bauer ones are like, look, I mean, like I said, they're the same as a Warrior. Save yourself a buck or two, I think, and just pick up the Warrior brand. All right, so I'm the home handyman. Those are just some general thoughts on these cutoff wheels. If you got a different experience or a better deal, drop it in the comment below. If you like these reviews, give me a thumbs up. I will drop the links below to one or two others that I have bought off Amazon when I can get the price that I want. That they stand up a little bit longer, but like I said, you have to buy them. They got to ship in, and if you're in a hurry or you're in a pinch, you might just want to go ahead and get these. Now, I think the Hercules will definitely stand up to DeWalt anytime. Are they better than Diablo and some of these others? I don't know, because I haven't done that much of a comparison. I can just give you my opinions. You folks have a great day. I will see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.